Shout out to everybody that subscribed. Appreciate you guys. If you haven't subscribed, I'd love to have you as a subscriber. I'm trying to get to 400,000 before the end of the year. And then stick around to the end. We're going to be going over the comments of a previous video I posted. So let's get off into this, dude.
I just found out that my boyfriend of 2.5 years has a 2-year-old. Sorry.
Dude, I'm sorry. How do you not know within 2.5 years that this man has a kid? 2.5 years, really? It took you that long to figure that out? 2.5 years? But we're gonna. There's a whole lore behind this one.
My kid's off from my ex-husband. He's literally the biggest asshole. Like, the fact that he still has friends, or the people that we were friends with are still in his life, blows my mind, because I'm like, how could you guys be friends with someone who's literally such an asshole?
Welcome. The self-snitching is crazy, and look, now she's posting thirst traps. Are we surprised? Are we freaking surprised? The self-snitching is crazy, because if he's still friends with them and you're not, that means that you were the problem. You were the problem. But there's a whole level of lore to this one we're gonna get in. We're gonna get into. So
let's first start by watching her bragging about.
Just was like, you know what?
Yeah, here we go.
And Christmas and his birthday and my daughter's second birthday, and I just was like, you know, I'm gonna wait till all those things are done. Like, we get along for the most part. Like, I've totally checked out, but it's not like we're like not getting along, or he's abusive or anything like that. And then, man, do I wish I remember what he was upset about. So he's upset one night about something super, super trivial. Like, oh, I didn't do his laundry. Oops. Oh, I didn't do his laundry, or there wasn't toilet paper, or just something like so minute. So he we sit down after the kids go to bed, and I'm like, okay, like, you know, we went to the couples therapy, we learned how to communicate. It's like, hey, like, you know, something's clearly bothering you, like, what's going on? So I'm sitting there quietly, like, letting him talk. And he's like going on and on and on. I wish I remember what it was. About something just so trivial that he was upset about, and I just sat there silent.
Here's my whole thing about something that's trivial to one person and might mean a lot to another person, and this is the problem. A lot of these women like to diminish a man's feelings, where they want us to, what's the word I'm looking for? They want to diminish our feelings when they want us to, I guess, embellish their feelings or pour gas on their feelings and make them a bigger fire. So even if it was, this is the whole thing with friends, relationships, anything like that. Even if it's trivial to you personally, it might be a big deal to the other person, and it's your job to understand the severity of the situation you're going through. And clearly you did not do that, Rebecca.
So he finishes talking. It's my turn, because that was like one of the only things I used to do. That was like my downfall, was I would interrupt during a conversation, so I was quiet.
One of the only things she used to do, chat. Okay, wow, she's such an angel.
My turn to speak, and literally my response was, well, I guess it's time for us to separate. His response literally was, I didn't see that one coming. Like I mentioned, I had been planning on leaving him, so shortly before...
I love it. She's been planning on it anyways.
Before we separated, our daughter had outgrown her crib, and so I had already put the kids in one bedroom, and so we literally had like an extra bedroom with a king-size bed that became his bedroom. I don't really remember our whole conversation, other than I just remember him like begging me to like not leave him. And I just was like, you know what? I need some time. I need some space. I need you to sleep in the other bedroom tonight. And I kid you not, I wake up the next morning to him bringing me like breakfast in bed, coffee. He had the kids all taken care of. The house was all clean. And I literally only had one.
If you spent as much time trying to take care of your husband and your relationship as you did your eyebrows, you might actually still have a marriage. Karma always comes back, and you'll see she's going to get her karma.
Request from him every single week was like, there was a certain day of the week where it was like in between his work days. All I wanted was for him to bring me a cup of coffee in the morning and deal with the kids, and trying to get his ass out of bed to give me a hand. He literally would like sigh and then like go and do it for me. And so for him to suddenly start bringing me breakfast in bed and coffee, I was like, absolutely not. And then again, suddenly he was like doing all this stuff around the house, and I was like, this is not okay. So I don't even think this went on for more than like 2 weeks before I just literally could not handle him trying to dote on me.
Fellas?
What? Oh my God. I can't handle him doting on me and being a good husband. Like, you asked him to do this stuff, and then he does it. and then you oh my God.
Watch her finish bragging about how she divorced.
For about 2 weeks after we were separated, we were still living in the same house, separate bedrooms, that he was doting on me hand and foot, trying to do all these things to like win me back. And I was like, bro, it is so late. Day late and a dollar short, sweetheart. And then after he moved out, it just kind of went downhill from there. He was definitely being heavily influenced by his parents, which is so ironic because his mom was a pastor at a church that we went to. And then I ended up serving him papers in January. That was how long it took for me to like get all the court papers, because originally I tried just using like a filing service where they just like
Bro, she looks like Count Olaf.
filed your paperwork for you, and it's for people who like got along, could cooperate. But then after a couple of months of him like not turning in paperwork and just literally like refusing to cooperate with me, I had to finally get a lawyer. Come to find out, he actually... My light just went off. Come to find out, he actually drug the divorce out because he was thinking I was going to come back to him. Almost a year and a half after I first told him I wanted a divorce, we're still trying to get divorced, and he's literally just dragging it out. And so I send him a text message one day and I go, does your girlfriend know you have a wife? And then shortly after that message, his lawyer finally scheduled some sort of like a status conference, because he like didn't want to go to court because he's a police officer and didn't want like anyone that he knows from court to see him. So he kept like trying to dodge court, but also wouldn't work with me on the side. It was really, really frustrating. Just 2 years and 4 days to get divorced.
Bro, how many products do you need to put in your freaking eyebrows, dude? Here's what I do. I go frant.
We even had like a status conference, I think in June of 2022, where we like finally settled on like who was taking what and what the terms of the kids' arrangement was and all this stuff. And it sat at his lawyer's office for 3 months. Like even his lawyer was like dragging it out. Like, well, maybe she'll change her mind. I have no idea.
We could all see the
Good Lord. If the eyebrows take that long, I can't imagine the other things that take forever with this woman. Like, I've never seen her put like the elastic wrap on their face too.
how that turned out for her, because the Chad she was running after was literally living a double life under her nose.
I just found out that my boyfriend of 2.5 years has a 2-year-old. Sorry.
Karma. I don't feel bad for
And
her
no,
at all.
he didn't cheat on me. He knocked up some woman like a month before we started dating.
Love it.
And he just found out, and I just found out. And from the information that I have, she was planning on like doing IVF. She didn't think she could have kids. She was going to do a sperm donor, that whole situation. And she's like freezing her eggs. And so I guess he thought she couldn't have kids. I don't know. They thought she couldn't have kids, so they didn't obviously use protection. I'm trying to not speculate and wonder if she like used him as her sperm donor. She's literally 10 years older than he is, and supposedly very successful and very powerful. And he's very smart, very handsome. So I guess she thought he would just sign his rights over. So she called him up and wanted him to do that. And he was like, no, he wants to be involved. So I'm like processing my world literally being turned upside down. Again. I'm like,
It's self-inflicted though, Rebecca. This is what you asked for. You did this to yourself. I don't feel bad for people that jump on hot coals. It's like you did it to yourself.
to be supportive, but also I'm just like, this is wild. Absolutely wild. Oh, I think my biggest issue is that like I am gonna be a top shelf stepmom, and
You're a liar!
right now I would say
You need to be a top shelf mom to your kids.
Gotcha, bitch!
Don't you already got kids? Why don't you be a top shelf mom?
like the dollar menu stepdad to my kids. He has like no relationship with them, and I haven't really pushed it. And yeah, so I don't know, becoming a dad is gonna make things better. I have no idea. I have no idea. Times.
I just don't feel bad for her at all, bro.
Side chick.
It's so stupid. She's so dumb, bro.
Still in denial.
Oh my God, denial's a river and she's swimming straight down
Since
it.
I found out I was
It's been 36 hours since 36 hours since I found out that my boyfriend of 2.5 years is a 2-year-old.
My boyfriend found out he has a 2-year-old. And
God, these freaking eyebrows. You don't stop with these things, do you?
we've been together for 2.5 years. No, he didn't cheat on me. Just the woman he knocked up right before we met decided to use him as his sperm donor. And no, I am not jealous whatsoever.
You're a liar!
Just in the anger phase of the grieving process that this woman would be.
You're in the anger phase. It's been 36 hours.
Not care that he had a life and has a life, and I'm really proud of him for stepping up. And I've always said, you know, if I was gonna have another baby daddy, I would have wanted it to be him, because I always knew that even if we weren't together, he would have been a great dad, and he would have made things easy on the mom even if they weren't still together. And so he is proving himself to be who I thought he was. So I am definitely proud of him. I'm very angry at this woman because...
You're proud of him, but angry at the woman. Proud of him for knocking her up, but angry at her for being the mother. Bro, you can't make this stuff up. That's why I say rules for thee, not for me. They'll make rules for Thad and break rules for Chad. She is putting him on such a pedestal. She's like proud of him for knocking this woman up, but the woman that's pregnant, she's angry at her. Bro, you can't. The stories write themselves.
My life literally got turned upside down, and his life got turned upside down, and just wasn't really what I thought was in the cards. The irony was, about 6 months ago, I was like, hey, like, have you thought about, you know, getting a vasectomy? And he was like, no. And I was like, oh, I'm surprised you've never thought about getting a vasectomy. Like, you don't want kids and you don't want to have to pay child support. And he was like, yeah, I've never really thought of it. And I go, you know that women like trap men in relationships or trap men by getting pregnant, right? And he just was like, it never dawned on him. So I feel bad. So all the men out there, if you're watching this, if you don't want to have children, make it so you can't have children, so that you're not in a situation like this one day.
Yondems and pull out, bro.
With the woman that you love.
Now,
yeah, just wear yondems. Wear yondems and pull out. You'll be in a much better place.
He was a terrible husband, but he was explained, right? A hot take, but my ex-husband is the best boyfriend that I've ever had.
Just start dating, all it gets better. My ex-boyfriend was the best boyfriend I've ever had. Now she's regretting it.
You might be like, what? But let me explain, right? He was such a good boyfriend, but he was a terrible husband. But he was such a good boyfriend that he made me think he was going to be a good husband. Like, now that I'm back out in the dating world, I'm like, wow, my ex-husband was a really good boyfriend. And like, I referred to my ex-husband when he was my boyfriend in front of my son the other day, and he looks at me, he's like, my dad was your boyfriend? I was like, yeah, once upon a time. And I always catch myself telling people, like, yeah, he was a great boyfriend. Like, he did all the things. He just was not a good husband. And now that I'm like back out in the dating world with like the whole situation with my ex-boyfriend, I'm like, how does that happen? I'm like comparing like 20-year-old Rebecca to...
Wait a minute. Her name's actually Rebecca. I use Rebecca all the time, and she's actually a Rebecca. Oh man, this is getting so... I'm so into the lore now. This is getting good.
33-year-old Rebecca, and I'm like, oh my gosh, literally my ex-husband did all the things as a boyfriend that everyone wants. Which is sad, because I'm like, there's all of these men in their 30s, and my ex-husband is a better boyfriend. Like, I think I've lost.
Yeah, maybe you should have tried to rekindle some things. And notice she never takes accountability for anything she did. She doesn't talk about, oh, I pulled away some. Oh, I wasn't being a good girlfriend anymore. I wasn't being a good wife. It's always on the guy. Oh, he was a great boyfriend, but a terrible husband. But you have to remember, it takes two to tango in a relationship. So anything you're willing to say about him, you have to look in the mirror and say about yourself as well. This is what a lot of women seem to forget, especially these modern women seem to forget in these relationships, is that you're in the relationship as well. It's not just him in this relationship. It's not a one-way street. A monogamous relationship is a two-way street. So you have to hold yourself accountable and say, oh, this is what I did in the relationship that made him change, because maybe she was doing something that made him change, but she'll never admit that.
I've lost hope.
These
Good Lord. I love it. Dude, I love it. She's starting to hit it. The realization's finally starting to hit her.
Do is being jealous and bitter every time they see their ex-husbands thriving. Check it out.
Just dropped my kids off to my ex-husband. He's literally the biggest asshole. Like, the fact that he still has friends, or the people that we were friends with are still in his life, blows my mind, because I'm like, how could you guys be friends with someone who's literally such an asshole?
He's an a-hole when all he was trying to do is hold her accountable to her own actions. Crazy work.
And my kids are crying. I cannot wait until they get to an age where they can decide.
I think you'll be real upset when they decide to go with their dad.
Who they want to be around or not be around. I don't know what his deal is right now. He's just been literally the biggest a-hole to me. He owes me a bunch of money from half of activities and school stuff, and so I don't know if that's what his deal is. I'm always like, bro, your alimony ends in a couple months, get over it.
Wow. So he's paying alimony. No wonder he's bitter towards you. I don't want to put dude, I think they should end alimony in every single state, every single country, every single province in the world. Put a 1 in the chat if you agree. Why, as a man, should I have to pay child support to children that I have, but also pay adult child support with alimony? It makes no sense. And she's acting like it's not even a big deal. Oh, you'll be off alimony in no time. What are you tripping about? Oh my God.
I don't know what your problem is.
The problem is that you're on adult child support. I don't want to have to pay for that. And then, dude, this is oh my God, the audacity. They must be selling audacity at the freaking clearance at Goodwill. The audacity for her to say he needs to help her split the things that she's spending money on for the kids when he's probably paying child support and giving her alimony. Yeah, I'd be pissed at you too.
But I just... Definitely not what I saw on my bingo card. My divorce bingo card was not being able to co-parent with my ex-husband.
Because you're the freaking problem, Rebecca.
People, the easiest way to explain the way he treats me is you would think that he caught me in bed with his best friend. That's the easiest way. That's what's wild.
I would treat you this same way if you were asking for alimony, child support, and then asking for more money to split paying for the kids. I'm already giving you a good chunk of change between child support and alimony, and you want more money. You're a succubus. You're a wallet succubus.
Okay, I feel better. Thank you. I gotta get that out. I needed to get some tears out. I woke up today so motivated. I was like, I'm gonna drop them off. I'm gonna do all these stuff, all these things, create all this content, do all this, and then on the drive over.
The bitter modern woman turning into a content creator. Good Lord, what do we have? So is this her out thirst trapping? Okay, this is some more thirst trap content.
They keep on making bad decisions.
Good Lord, this woman is a walking red flag. I feel bad for the next guy. What the internet sees versus what I'm actually going through. Okay, you're doing one pull-up. Oh my God, you're crying in the car. Now you're twerking at a dance class. Singing in church when you're a 304.
Really are.
Look at you doing all these side quests. What a star you are, Rebecca. Oh my goodness.
And they post in so...
What is this? Louder than the unbelief singing at church. Singing at church doesn't undo all the bad things you've done, bro.
Hurt and mad because Chad pumped and dumped her. So she went to find Chad's baby mama to get some information and closure.
Okay, what do we got?
My ex-boyfriend living a double life, and this is how I got into contact with his son's mom, aka his relationship of 5 years. Now remember, we were broken up at this point, so I no longer had access to his Instagram, so I called up a girlfriend and I said, hey, can you look for every woman with this name? She sends me a screenshot of 3 women and we started digging. I had seen 1 or 2 blurry photos of my ex-boyfriend's child that he just found out about. And so I was able to identify the woman because we found a photo of her and her kid online. So we hop onto Truth Finder. We have her first name, her last name. We know what city she lived in. And we're calling all these phone numbers that Truth Finder had said were hers, and none of them were her number. So I head back over to Google. I search her first and her last name this time, and the city and state she lived in, and a public Instagram page with her and a friend. They own a business together. That popped up. So you better believe we search for the friend on Truth Finder. find her phone number, give her a call. My girlfriend's like doing all the buffering. My girlfriend gives her a call and she's like, hi, is this so-and-so? Are you friends with so-and-so? And she's like, yeah. She's like, okay, well, like, hang tight. I've got this like crazy story to tell you. She's like, but I'm pretty sure that my friend and your friend are seeing the same guy. So bestie for the restie gets the baby mom.
She got played like a fiddle.
Well, on the phone, she gives me a call. We have a long chat. At this point, we're not even like upset with each other because like I was broken up with him and I just wanted the truth. She like knew he had been cheating and just didn't have enough proof and just was kind of like content with how life was. So yes, that is the story of how I found my ex-boyfriend's son's mom on the internet by only knowing her first name and the city she lived in.
There you have it, folks.
Wow. Yeah, you did all that digging when you could have just stayed with your husband and had a conversation with him.
Gotcha, bitch.
These women get pumped and dumped by Chad. It's so funny to me, bro. Chad really used this one with no mercy. All right, let's get into, I told you guys we'd get into the comments of a previous video, so let's do that. This is wild work. These women self-sabotage on a whole other level, man. A whole other level. This is the comments of the TikTok influencer facing the firing squad in Dubai. Yeah, stabbing someone and not having a bruise to show is kind of sus. I agree. Idaho has reinitiated the firing squad for convicted. Oh, whoa, I did not know that. Yeah, God bless them, for real. He wanted her to GTFO after seeing her without makeup. So she's going for a trip without any money, passport lost, take them. Just to go to embassy and get temporary for trip home, she may deserve what she cooked. You may say it's a costume, but we all know this is your truest form. Oh, it's because I was wearing the overalls. When will these influencers learn? When you travel to another country, do the research first. Happy 4th of July. Happy 4th. I hope you guys had a good 4th. You guys have a good 4th of July? I hope so, man. I trust nothing the family claims, absolutely nothing. She's an influencer for whom? Maybe Howard the Duck? Let me put it this way. If she was fighting for her life, then there would be signs of a struggle on her as well. If there were no marks on the body, then let the machine gun sing. Oh my God, that is a savage comment, bro. That chick is clearly lying. The airline would definitely question her about not having a return flight before boarding an international flight. Stabbing someone 27 times isn't self-defense. Got a point. I bet if we had the death penalty by firing squad in America, we would have a lot less murders. You're probably right. How is stabbing someone 27 times self-defense? 100%, bro. Question, if he took her passport, why would he show up at the apartment without police? Her boyfriend has another girlfriend, so this adds to the story. Jealousy? She killed him. You don't leave a country because you're defending yourself. You killed him in cold blood, and him having another girlfriend is a prime motive to do something like that if you can't handle the fact that you're another girl on a roster. Anyone who reports anything against the UAE gets punished. Wasn't her boyfriend a British guy? Man, when they go full in coat mode, all logic and facts are left in the dust. When you live in a foreign country, especially one that has very limited protections for women, it won't end well. Pay up. Responsibility can be a hard grind. A British person stabbing someone is way too ironic. Oh my God. Dubai. Instead of calling police, she ran, so made it suspicious. Exactly, bro. Like, if you were going to do that, stabbing somebody 27 times, and just flee the country, bro, you look real suspectuals, brother. Real suspectuals. It doesn't bode well for you when you're trying to just flee. Doesn't bode well at all. All right, let's switch gears. What do we got in the Twitter here? Do we have anything good? Let's see here. Let's see if I can find anything. Realizing I can raise my daughters to hate men. What is this? Good Lord. This is crazy. Whoa. What is this? Canadian engineer John C. reveals his new umbrella. What?
This is the world's first true hands-free umbrella. It uses autonomous tracking to follow you anywhere. No matter how fast you go, it keeps you covered. Best of all, no more wet hands.
Bro, ain't no way that's real. Chad, I'm buying that. There's no way that's real. Oh my God. What do we got here?
I think sometimes that you bring on women who...
Oh, honey, you look like a stick that got caught in a lawnmower. You know what I mean? What is this cut, bro?
who are young, who are inexperienced. I feel like you try to intentionally make them look incompetent.
Baby girl, you look incompetent just off rip.
Incompetent.
I disagree. You know whether or not you know the answer to 66 plus 34 before you come
What is that, 100?
on this show, and Brian cannot make you look any more or less intelligent than you are.
I don't make people look stupid. They make themselves look stupid.
Do you vet these women?
I would say if you ask to be on and you're able to make it into the studio, we're not typically turning people down. I mean, we have women.
I mean, they're turning men down, sadly. Turning me down. Brian, love to be on the show, brother. Have me on. This is just proof of how easy life is as a woman. So many women can get on the Whatever podcast. You know how difficult it's going to be for me to get on the Whatever podcast? It's going to be darn near impossible.
Women who are higher educated than me here on the panel. We have 2 women who are 21. We have 4 women who are over the age of 40. We have a 42-year-old, 49, 48, 57. We have a 32, a 34-year-old. Even other panels, I think what we're arriving at is like the average age of the guests is around, I think, 26, 27. So that's not exactly like young, naive age.
In 2026 it is.
Excuses. Just shut up, dude.
In 2026 it is.
No, it's not. You're 26 or 27. Let's say you got a 4-year degree. You got out when you were, what, 22? You've had 4 years in the working world. That's not young, dude. Just people want to be children for such a long time. It's ridiculous. Like, you're not a child at 26 or 27. You're a grown adult, and you should know how to act accordingly. If you don't know what's going on, go learn something. Crack a book. This is the problem these days, is that nobody wants to frickin' grow up. Everybody wants to stay a kid for forever. That's the problem. You know? You're 26, 27 years old. Put a 1 in the chat if you agree. You're 26 or 27. You're an adult at that age. Full-blown adult. Not a child anymore. Technically, after the age of 18, you're not a kid. Boom. The kiddie stuff is done. After 18, it's over. So, I don't know why we're sitting here talking about this stuff. All right, what do we here's another Whatever podcast clip.
Men don't have ovaries. Men can never understand or empathize what being pregnant is like because they can't be pregnant. So therefore, you shouldn't be able to argue in the topic of abortion. It should be all women.
So no uterus, no opinion.
In the topic of uterine lining being filled with a baby, yes.
Let me ask you this.
I love this. So if you don't have it, you can't have an opinion on it. I love this take.
If only women are allowed to speak about abortion, does that mean you also only believe black people are allowed to speak about slavery?
Your example doesn't equate.
It's
No, it does.
completely.
You've never met, nor have I, anyone who was
But
ever
you
a
could
slave.
never be-
I don't think that equates because, like I said, nobody in the room here has ever met anybody who was ever a slave.
Yeah.
I'm not
Valid.
saying that I would like go in government and push for that. I'm just,
Oh, because it would never go.
that's my opinion. I don't think that men should be so involved in female topics.
I knew at 25 that I was not ready to be a mom,
Right. Exactly.
which went against the laws and the rules
So you murdered an unborn child.
and the beliefs of my Jewish ex-husband at the time because he did not want me to do it. But at the end of the day, I cannot mentally or physically or emotionally do that. Now, granted, I was pregnant again 6 weeks later, and I kept that one.
Men don't have
She's a
ovaries.
runner, she's a track star.
Oh my God. And I kept that one. Like they're just trophies or something. Like they're just something you can collect. The lack of respect for humanity that some of these women have is so appalling to me. Yeah, I kept that one. I got rid of the other one, but I kept that one. Like, are you kidding? Like, you're talking about a human life, dude. You're talking about a human life. It's so insensitive, so shallow. It makes you look so evil when you say stuff like that. My God. Isn't that right, Lokes? Loki, free? Sit. Shake. What a good boy. Free. That's my good baby boy. It makes you look evil when you say, I kept that one. I got rid of the other one, but I kept that one. Like, oh my God. You look evil when you say that. It just sounds so bad. I don't even think they realize how bad it sounds. It sounds so bad. It makes you look so bad. Ugh. It's disgusting, bro. On that note, Chad, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It's always good to have you guys out, man. Until next time. Peace.